Hello guys, my name is Lily and this is my channel Astrodesign. It is the place where I mix lots of interesting and beneficial systems like astrology, human design and gene keys. In this place I do a very interesting shake in order for you to benefit from it, to improve, to understand yourself better, and of course to be prepared to upcoming events that the sky and the universe energy brings to our lives. So if you too want to benefit from this knowledge, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. In this video I'm going to talk about the new moon that is going to occur on the 25th of September in the evening, depends where you're at in the world, at about 2.48 degrees in the sign of Libra. A bit about the moon. It is a feminine planet that represents our emotional world, how we feel and express emotions. In addition, the moon is our mind, our subconscious, our ways of thinking and perceiving reality. Of course, everybody knows that emotions is a very powerful fuel for action, and that is why the moon is also what motivates us in life. It is also the planet that shows us our mother in our map. And in a woman's chart, it is indicative of her feminine behavior. In the map of all of us, the moon indicates how emotionally and mentally stable we are. The periodicity of the moon is between 28-29 days each month. The day when the moon is new begins an important month cycle for us in terms of our motivations and actions for the upcoming cycle. In the video I will describe the position of the moon using, of course, human design, gene key and astrology, and I will let you know what this energy is going to bring into our life, how to be prepared and what to avoid. As well, you get a special bonus because I'm going to do interpretation for this new moon placement in each house. So you will know more particularly how it will influence your life. But, of course, to know the most accurate interpretation, you need to take into account your birth chart, your transit chart for this year, and of course what are the interactions that this new moon makes with your chart. This of course I cannot do for every one of you, and I do it only on private sessions, so you can feel free to contact me for that. Let's begin with human design and gene key interpretation. As you can see from this map, the moon is going to reside in the gate 46.5. This is the gate of Fortuna and the body. But don't perceive it as something good or bad, because as always we have two sides of the coin. Which one will be pronounced depends on your character and past deeds. This energy is about the most important vehicle in our life, our body. Our luck and our body connected in a very deep cellular way. If you don't love yourself, if you don't treat your body good enough, your vehicle won't be able to bring you to the right place at the right time and to be with the right people, which is eventually the true luck in life, doesn't it? But if you damage your body through alcohol, smoking, pills, being with people who treat you bad, not sleeping enough, and many more bad stuff that you can do to yourself, your body won't function good, and your fortuna won't function in your behavior either. Luck, as well as proper handling of our body, requires a lot of perseverance and dedication every day. To be devoted to your body is to be devoted to being alive, to being lucky. Another thing about this energy is that it is abstract, which means in human design that it's the energy of experiences, and each experience can encounter crisis. The initial crisis we usually experience in our childhood is a lack of a healthy model of self-love and a lack of education for this self-love. The other crisis we encounter is a negative acceptance of experiences we'd had because they didn't meet our expectations usually. And as we know, the bigger the expectation, the bigger the disappointment, which can cause us to believe that life is too hard, without realizing that this perspective is one of the reasons of robbing us out of luck. This energy tries to teach us that if we enjoy everything that comes into our life, we will definitely feel the happiness and the luck we have. Anyway, luck comes from the process and not the result, and that is something we were not taught to enjoy. Usually we suffer the process and expect the result to be worth it. If you live every day as it is and then something good happens, wow, how lucky you can feel, right? This energy has a strong need to love our body. As well, it has a love of other body parts or love of fashion. But the most important thing this energy wants to teach us is not only say or think about, oh, how I love myself, how I love my body. No, this does not work for your luck. What is truly works is to behave properly to your body. It is the true show to your body that you love it. Every energy has its victimization in human design and the gene key systems. And here it manifests as over seriousness and feeling down from every experience we have in our life. But we can overcome this low energy frequency here by accepting life more lightly and treating our body better. So the new cycle of these upcoming months will drive us to feel lucky or the opposite, to treat our body better or the same. It's up to you to decide if you'll be the lucky one. From the eyes of astrology, we have an interesting configuration in the sky. The new moon has a conjunction with Venus and Mercury, meaning the new beginnings will involve the themes of these planets as well. But Mercury is still in its retrograde motion, and his conjunction to Venus gets illusions from the part of Neptune, who's watching them too. What it means is that we better not start anything new right now, rather focus on beginning something from the past. Retrograde Mercury can cause us to make wrong decisions, especially due to Neptune's obscure gaze. The beginnings should wait till the beginning of October, at least the 5th, the 10th of October. The Sun and the Moon create opposition to Jupiter, and while it's a very optimistic energy, it can bring the worst from people. On one hand, it can feel as if you can achieve anything and you want to achieve more, as that you deserve whatever you want to achieve. So there will be people who will be more arrogant, more egoistic, and think and act as if they are big entrepreneurs. This definitely can cause later on some kind of loss, embarrassment, and a lowering of self-esteem. Another thing with this energy is that it will boost in some people overinflated ego and a lot of pleasure seeking. Especially that the new moon in Libra has a lot of imbalance in it, and we are being called to put an effort to regain balance again. Venus conjunction to Mercury can bring a very pleasant, seductive abilities with a lot of persuasion. But as usual, don't believe anything you will hear, because these two are not in their best places. Venus is in debilitated state in Virgo, Mercury in retrograde motion, and they both opposite the hallucinated Neptune. So the new moon map will arouse a lot of pleasure seeking and false hopes regarding love and money. But after Mercury will move forward and Venus get into her favorite Libra sign, the story will be totally different. And another sentence that it is important to say regarding all the transits of astrology. Many people act as if the transits of the planets are their own energy. But in reality, it's only something that comes and goes. It's not our own energy. And it's only a potential that wants to teach us or to make us a better version of ourselves. Let's continue to Astrodesign interpretation for each ascendant and for each house placement from astrology point of view. But before I go forward, I want to mention that it is very important to see if the planets of the new moon make some kind of interaction via aspects to your own planets in your natal chart, because this way you will feel it much stronger. So let's begin. A new moon in the first house, meaning you probably Libra rising or a Virgo rising, depending where the ascendant degree is in your chart. For you it is an emphasis on yourself or on your personal development and your character, as well as on your physical body and appearance. Depending on your basic character, luck or the lack of it will come your way. This of course also depends on your basic birth chart and its combination with the new moon map. It is a good time though for self-development or to give your body a special treatment. You will attract more people into your life and will have the drive to influence others. Some of you would like and will change their appearances. But remember not to do it through invasive procedures. For others, there will be changes in the body and maybe not the way you like it. Anyway, there will be new experiences with your own development, new acquaintances, and it's better to be grateful for it. And don't forget to be picky. New moon in the second house. For you, there will be a large financial expense, either as a result of a trip abroad or to fulfill another fantasy of yours. If you don't plan it well in advance, there is chance of greater financial expenses than you have. New experiences are on the agenda as a result of financial issues. This could mean a large purchase like a car or something technological. But until the beginning of October, the purchases will not be worthwhile, and there may even be many malfunctions in it. For some of you, you will have a chance of receiving an inheritance or some kind of financial help from your parents. And if you let your hedonistic nature to take over, this money will dissipate faster than the pleasure it will bring. New moon in the third house. For you this month, there is going to be a lot of communication with family members and even new acquaintances with people abroad. New ideas for your online businesses. But pay attention to the implementation of these ideas only towards the middle of October. There is a high chance that new people will seek your help with marketing or anything else related to social media. There may also be some kind of crisis due to communication problems with new people or even with your family members. So you should pay attention to all the details and not rush forward just because of promises of new economic and social opportunities. New moon in the first house. For you, the new moon highlights new beginnings related to your home, real estate issues, for some of you also purchases related to your home and surroundings, and improving living status. There may be changes in residence or in this matter, such as rent increase or even new neighbors. There is also a chance of a change of residence following a change in employment. The change is going to shake up your emotional world depending on the way you accept changes in your life. In any case, you now have the opportunity to change your residence and the basis of your life, the roots of your life. You should think about everything that comes your way and make a decision only towards the middle of October. Beyond the household issues, something important may happen with your own mother, receiving money through her or financial help regarding housing, or she herself may be moving. New moon in the fifth house. New beginnings related to romance, dating issues, or focus on your children, such as traveling abroad with them and correspondingly to many financial expenses. Your desire in the coming period will be to realize issues of love, self-worth, and as a result you can agree to any partner you meet. But it can end as quickly as it began. In addition, this is a period that emphasizes your ability to nurture yourself through your creativity and hobbies. So, how engaged are you in something you love? Answering this question hides within it the key to your luck in life. New moon in the sixth house. Health issues are bothering you or can bother you. You may discover a new medical treatment this month that can improve your health or discover a new lifestyle. But from the beginning, the question for you is, do you have persistency in health routines or continue harmful habits? It is a time to analyze your life routines, including your work, nutrition, and even conflict resolution, and to try and balance all these issues, all these areas, and to do analysis how you deal with it. Your health and occupational luck is in the hands of your persistence and routines. If you want to change them and your luck, do it towards the middle of October. New moon in the 7th house. A new and sudden popularity can come your way, especially when you are interested in it. But in order for this not to be a short-lived illusion, it is recommended not to let it go to your head and think that you deserve more and more. It may end up destroying your reputation later. The new moon will definitely bring you new acquaintances with people who can potentially contribute to you, or vice versa. It will depend on the rest of the map and of course your ability to see beyond the fog of retrograde Mercury and Neptune's gaze. Some of you have a high chance to the return of exes and business partners to their lives. But the question is, how much value do they added to your life before? What luck have they brought you in the past? This period can make you feel that you can do just anything to achieve popularity, to push and initiate, and indeed some doors will open easily for you thanks to the connections you have with important people. But again, I will return to the subject of selectivity and the matter of fantasy versus reality. You should have your fingers on your pulse to check these differences so as not to wake up from an unpleasant fantasy that will leave you a bitter taste on your fate. In any case, the people you attract into your life will be the mirror of your attitude toward your body, yourself, and the luck itself. New moon in the 8th house. The new moon in your chart can bring in this sphere sudden financial gain through your partner's family or through inheritance or as a result of business cooperation. At the same time, there may also be a need to solve a financial problem with the authorities, such as returning a debt or to pay taxes. In addition, something sudden may happen to your health, and this time it is going to be long and chronic. But you have the opportunity to investigate this issue in depth or turn to alternative treatment methods in order to solve this problem. Some of you may have an urge to engage in mysticism or even seek healings through sexuality. However, issues of controlling your luck can interfere with luck itself. This is a time of letting go, and the universe will want to teach you to do that. If you let it and flow with it, you will feel relief at the end of this process. New moon in the 9th house. The new moon is in your house of luck itself, of experiences, of broadening the horizon, and spiritual or formal studies. Issues related to your opinions and education can also play an important role here on your luck, especially abroad and in interaction with people from different cultures. One way or another, new experiences await you abroad as a result of new studies or just of you seeking these experiences, something new in your life. If you receive this well, you will feel very lucky. There may be even a new business partnership in advertising and marketing, but you should pay attention that what you are told will not blind you, because later on you may discover that it was only arrogance and wrong values, which can lead to a crisis. You should be careful as well in what you publish. Don't think that you know better than others and try to push your opinions. It won't bring you any luck. The question is, how do you accept life experiences? Do you learn from them or continue to make the same mistakes? New moon in the 10th house. A new moon in the sector of future goals, objectives, and relationships with authority figures, as well as career and success in it, can lead to a positive and lucky changes here. But overconfidence and arrogant communication can later lead to the destructions of your reputation. Some of you have a chance for promotion at work, and there is a drive to achieve goals, and the energy of the sky will provide you with a feeling as if you can now achieve any goal you set. But be careful not to agree or take on new authority until mid of October. What was promised now will not be fulfilled accordingly to what others told you. Another thing is, if you take too much authority and power into your head and think that you are better than others, it will cost your luck later on. New moon in the 11th house. This is a time when you will have lots of business ideas, and even dating and expanding your social circle can occur. You will feel as if anyone can be your friend, and you can make connections with anyone you want, and even make your every wish come true through these new acquaintances, which in practice is of course not so true. Some of the wishes will come true, but not necessarily what you want. You should let go of expectations and live in this moment. Let the opportunities to come to you, to open you a new social circles, and you feel lucky for sure. In the part of your ideas, you should write it down, but only when Mercury will get straight, you can start implement these ideas, or to share it with the world, and maybe even get some kind of gratitude for it. The energy in the sky also refers to expectation and disappointments. A new moon in displacement is in the house of wishes and expectations. So it is important to quantify and arrange expectations so that they are not part of your disappointments in the future. In addition, new acquaintances in your life can feel very, very lucky, but on the other hand, pay attention to what is expected of you from this acquaintance and whether the words have a reliable basis. New moon in the 12th house. A new moon in the house of endings and the energy of luck will bring desired endings to your life. Even if you didn't necessarily want it now or hesitated in the past, if it was worth ending, the universe will contribute to the end. If you will receive it well, it for sure will feel good. After all, without an end, there is no beginning. There is a chance of traveling abroad for business purposes or for recreation, retreat, some kind, treatment, spiritual treatment, or pleasure, or both. This is a more relaxed period in your life and in which there is a need for isolation and reflection of the past. It is important that you do not let your anxieties or worries to get to your head, because it will affect, of course, your luck. It is, though, a good time for relaxation and rest, to do work on your subconscious and spiritual paths. That's all, folks, for today. Hopefully you will take special notes and the tips that I gave you to benefit your own health and your life. I wish you all the best. Take care and bye bye.